Hello mga freelancers and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today, I'm going to show you how to file and pay your annual registration fee online nang hindi mo na kailangang pumunta pa ng BIR office or RDO dahil pwedeng-pwede ka na mag-file at magbayad ng inyong mga tax obligations at the comforts of your own home as long as meron kang computer or laptop at internet connection. But before we proceed, let me just do a quick disclaimer. Any information provided on this video is of general nature, not intended to be a personalized advice, and not intended to be a substitute for professional advice. Please seek tax advice from professionals such as, but not limited to, BIR accredited tax practitioners, CPA or certified public accountants, and or tax consultants. So during your initial registration with the BIR, for sure, pinagbayad ka na nila ng registration fee. But it has to be paid annually or on a yearly basis. And naka-indicate din naman po yan sa ating mga COR or yung tinatawag nating Certificate of Registration. So, ibig sabihin, isa din po to sa mga tax obligation na kailangan nating bayaran. Magkano ba ang registration fee? So, the annual registration fee is 500 pesos. And kailan naman yung deadline? You must file and pay the annual registration fee on or before January 31. Or else, kailangan mo magbayad ng additional penalties. Ngayon, kung sakasakali naman na tumapat yung January 31 ng weekends, and only if it does, let's say Saturday or Sunday, you can still file and pay the following business day, which is Monday, nang walang penalty. Pero remind ko pa rin na if you went beyond the due date, may additional penalties yan at kailangan mo yang bayaran. And what you need to do is you have to visit your RDO para maipakompute yung total penalties mo for such a violation, which is yung late filing or payment. And the more days na ipagpaliban mo siya, the higher the penalty. In my personal experience kasi, I was just late for a day. And my penalties were more or less 1,000 pesos. Tapos, on top of 500 pesos na registration fee pa yon. So, I had to pay a total of more or less 1,500. Kaya nga, don't forget the deadline. Ngayon, paano naman tayo magpa-file online? So, we will be using the eBIR Forms. Ngayon, kung first time mong magpa-file online, then you will have to install this software to your PC or laptop. Para naman dun sa mga regular nang gumagamit nito, make sure na lang na updated yung software nyo. Kasi as of today, January 2022, the latest eBIR Forms version is 7.9.2. So, ito yung pinakauna mong gagawin bago ka pa mag-file ng kahit anong tax return. Kung gusto mong panoorin yung tutorial on how to install or update eBIR Forms, the video link is available on the description. If you're done with the installation or update, let's now proceed with the tutorial. Once na-open mo na yung software and the main screen is up for first-timers, you need to fill in all the required fields here. Para naman dun sa mga regular nang gumagamit nito, you just need to key in your tax number or TIN, and once you hit tab on your keyboard, mag-auto-populate na yung iyong nakasave na information. Also guys, I'll be using a non-existing TIN for our tutorial. Tapos once na-fill upan mo na lahat ng required fields, dito sa list of BIR forms, i-click mo lang yung pinaka drop-down menu and then hanapin natin yung form 0605 which is the payment form. Tapos once na ma-select mo na siya, click fill up and then click OK. Sa item 1, select natin yung calendar. Dahil as an individual taxpayer, sinusunod po natin yung calendar period which is January 1 to December 31. Yung fiscal po kasi is mostly for companies or corporations na hindi sinusunod yung calendar period. For example, ang sinusunod nila is April 1 ngayong taon hanggang March 31 ng susunod na taon. Pero if you think about it, 1-year cycle din siya. Hindi lang nga po nasunod yung calendar period na January 1 to December 31. So, I hope we are clear on that. Moving on to item 2, year ended. So, automatic na pong na-select yung December sa month. Pero if you're going to select kasi fiscal sa item 1, mapapansin mo, you can change item 2 dito, yung pinaka-month. Kasi nga, based siya sa fiscal period na sinusunod ng isang kumpanya. So, for us freelancers, ang gagamitin natin is calendar. And just make sure na tama yung taon sa item 2, which is the current year. Skip natin yung item 3. Punta tayo sa item 4, due date. So, just type 01, 31, and then the current year kasi ang deadline po ng annual registration is every January 31. Okay, so moving on to item 6, skip natin yung item 5. Dito, hanapin natin yung ATC or alphanumeric tax code. Hanapin natin yung MC 180, which is the registration fee for non-VAT and VAT taxpayers. Once selected, scroll down and then click OK. Sa item 7, return period. So, enter mo lang is 12, 31, tapos yung current year, which is the last day of the calendar period, December 31. Okay? Item 8, click mo yung tax type. Tapos hanapin natin yung RF, which stands for registration fee. Pagka-select, scroll down, and then click OK. Skip natin yung items 9 and 10 since nag-auto-populate na yung initial information na sinubmit natin sa main screen kanina. Punta tayo sa item 11, select your taxpayer classification. So, I stands for individual, N is for non-individual. So, as a freelancer, para tayong mga self-employed. So, dun tayo sa individual. Skip din natin yung items 12 and 16, just 12 to 16. Kasi just like items 9 and 10, nag-auto-populate na rin yung mga information na nasubmit natin sa main screen. So, let's go to item 17, which is manner of payment. Under voluntary payment column, select natin yung others, specify, and then type in the word registration fee on the field provided. Next is item 18. Select your type of payment. So we have options such as installment, partial, or full payment. So I'm going to choose a full payment. And then let's now proceed with the computation of tax or yung part 2 ng form. Sa item 19, which is basic tax. Since I'm doing a full payment, ang ilalagay ko dito is 500. And then, I'm skipping item 20 dahil BIR officer lang po ang allowed mag-compute ng penalties. Kaya nga, as I have mentioned earlier, kapag alam mo na lagpas ka na sa due date ng pagbabayad ng annual registration, then you'll have to drop by your RDO. Tapos, dun sa item 21, total amount payable, kung mapapansin mo, hindi siya na-edit. It's because in-add niya na yung items 19 and 20. Kumbaga, yan na yung total ng ating tax na babayaran. Our next step is to validate the form. Unfortunately, may error message ang sabi, enter a valid line of business. So, unfortunately, meron akong na-miss na information. So, yun yung purpose ng validate the form. So, click ko lang yung OK, tapos type ko yung na-miss kong information. So, yung line of business is naka-indicate din po yan sa ating mga certificate of registration. Hindi po kayo pwedeng mag-inventa ng information na ilalagay nyo dyan kung ano po yung nakalagay sa ating COR. So, try na ulit nating i-validate. So, it says validation successful. Click on edit if you wish to modify your entries. Ibig sabihin, pwede mo pa rin i-double check yung form at i-revise siya if needed before submitting it. Kasi kapag nasubmit na natin yan sa BIR, hindi na natin nare-revise. Okay? So, for our very last step, kung mapapansin mo, meron dito sa baba na submit final copy. So, yan yung huling-huling step na gagawin natin. So, click mo lang yan and then click OK. Tapos, click OK lang ulit dito. Alright, so during this last process, kailangan stable yung internet connection mo. Kasi otherwise, if hindi matransmit yung data sa server ni BIR, may pop-up message na mag-a-appear. Tapos, it will ask you to resubmit the form. Hintayin na lang natin kung anong pop-up message ba yung mag-a-appear. So in this case, successful naman yung submission natin. And sabi dito, evidence of the electronic filing will be sent via email. So sometimes yung email notification might take a while, so just wait patiently. Pero let's say after 24 hours and you haven't received anything yet, siguro ang una mong gawin is to check your spam folder. Pero kung wala pa rin, then you may have to file a complaint or report the incident to BIR. Now, I would also highly recommend everyone to print or save a copy nitong Form 0605 na kaka-file lang natin. Isama mo na rin yung email notification at saka yung proof of payment if you're using electronic payment channels. Kasi there would be some instances na yung software ng eBIR Forms might be corrupted. So, including the return na if-file mo or as in lahat ng files na nandyan, may chance na hindi mo na siya ma-view or ma-retrieve. So, if you can at least print kahit isang kopya lang, the better. Pero don't side them yet. Just keep it as records for yourself. Tapos, kung meron ka namang cloud storage or flash drives, you can also save them as a backup file kasi you might need those files in the future if let's say i-require kayo ng BIR nyo to submit them for whatever reason. At least, meron kang ma-present once na nakorap na nga yung eBIR forms. Now, if you want to learn more about electronic payment channels, you can click on this link. Yan. Otherwise, click close para bumalik ka dun sa form at masimulan mo na yung pag-print or pag-save nitong file na to. And as a reference, meron din akong video guide on how to print and save the files from the eBIR Forms software. So you can just check out the description below for the link. Para naman sa mga payment channels, actually may iba't ibang ways on how to pay your annual registration fee or tax obligation. Pero nag-upload na rin ako ng mga ilang videos on how to pay it electronically so you don't have to leave your homes anymore. So much convenient na siya ngayon. So the links are all available below. I think that's the end of our tutorial. Kung nakatulong po sa inyo yung video na to, please give it a thumbs up. Kung meron naman kayong questions, comments, or video suggestions, feel free to post them on the comment section below. Para naman po sa mga upcoming tax tutorials for freelancers or self-employed, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel today and click the notification bell para lagi po kayong updated. So, I hope to see you again next time. Bye!